Namaste friends, we have started new channel for current affairs. These lectures will help you to attend any competitive examination. So we will be covering most of the topics in different videos. So please do if you like our videos, so please do subscribe our channel and post your comments so that we can improve further and deliver better video lectures. So in this current lecture we'll be seeing about global warming and its cause and effects. So we'll be covering all the concepts related to global warming. So let's just first see what is global warming. So you might have heard it in news or read it in newspapers. Global warming is mainly the long-term rise in the average temperature of Earth's climate. So temperature of Earth and the temperature of the environment is rising day by day. That phenomenon is called as global warming. So what is the reason behind this phenomenon? The greenhouse effect is the reason behind the global warming. So what is the greenhouse effect? When the sun's energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back to space and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. So let's see this concept through a diagram. So you can see here the rays from sun are coming to Earth. Some of that radiation is going back to the space. Here you can see it, but some part of those sun rays are reflected back by these greenhouse gases. So what are the greenhouse gases that we will be seeing later? Just focus on the concept. So some part of these sun rays are reflected back to the Earth. This is the Earth's surface, you can see here. So when these rays are reflected back, the Earth's atmosphere warms up and it is in such a way that it makes livable conditions for human beings and other organisms. So please do focus on this concept. Here you can see that different uh, thermal power plants or other activities are going on which are sending pollutants to the atmosphere. So what is the effect of these pollutants on the global warming? So let's see further. So natural process that warms the earth's surface is called as greenhouse effect. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the earth. Because of the reflected sun rays, the surface of earth and the environment of the earth warms up. So this process maintains the earth's temperature at around 33 degrees Celsius, warmer than it would be otherwise. What does this mean? Without the greenhouse gases, the temperature of Earth's surface will be 33 degrees Celsius more than the current temperature. So actually these greenhouse gases are helpful to the human existence. Only question is, once these greenhouse gases are increasing, the amount of reflected sun rays will be increasing, so it will further increase the temperature. That is the problem here. So natural percentage of greenhouse gases is helpful to the human existence. Once this layer of greenhouse gases increases, it will increase the temperature of earth's surface and the environment. So that is not useful to humans or the our environmental system. So that is the problem here. So what are the reasons behind these greenhouse gases, increase in these gases. Water vapor. So what are the greenhouse gases? Let's first see the greenhouse gases. So examples of greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and some artificial chemicals such as chlorofluorocarbons. So what causes the increase in these greenhouse gases? What is the reason behind the increase of these gases? Burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gases, and reduced forest cover. So we can see that day by day we are using more fossil fuels, so which sends more pollutants into the atmosphere, and the forest cover is also reducing because of the increase in infrastructural projects. So these are the reason behind increase in greenhouse gases. So once this greenhouse gases increases, the amount of sun rays reflected will be more, and it causes the global warming effect. Now let's see the effects of global warming. What are the negative impacts on the environment of global warming? So first is climate change. We can see abnormal climate patterns in our environmental system, so which includes the average rise in average temperature, shifting wildlife populations, rising sea levels, negative effects on the human health. So also on human, as the pollution increases, it will cause the negative impact on human health also. Humans will have respiratory problems, or uh, polluted drinking water, those kind of things. Also shifting in wildlife populations means wildlife animals will be moving to another habitats in search of food and water because of droughts. Another effect of global warming is melting glaciers and sea ice. So you can see that in Antarctic or other ice regions, the melting of glaciers will happen. So it will automatically increase the sea levels. So another effect of global warming is in 2013 IPCC, that is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, has reported that interval between 1880 and 2012 saw an increase in global average surface temperature of approximately 0.9 degrees Celsius. So between 1880 to 2012, the temperature of Earth's surface increased by around 0.9 degrees Celsius. So you can see the gravity of the problem here. Within just 100 years, in our next slide will be about aerosols. So in this diagram you have seen the aerosol layer. So what are these aerosols? These are also one type of pollutants in the environment. So aerosol is a suspension of fine solid particles or liquid droplets in air or any other gas. Aerosols can be natural or anthropogenic, that is, artificially they might exist in the environment. So combination of liquid particles or gaseous substance is called as aerosol. So examples of natural aerosols are fog, dust, forest exudates, and geyser steam. So you have already heard of the word fog. It is one of the major environmental problem in Indian capital, Delhi. So it is nothing but the combination of water droplets, liquid droplets or water vapor with combination of another gases, that is pollutants from the vehicle exhaust system or from the factories, any gases. And last concept we will be seeing is what is the chlorofluorocarbons. These are one of the greenhouse gases. These are non-toxic, non-flammable chemicals containing atoms of carbon, chlorine and fluorine. It is just the combination of carbon, chlorine and fluorine. Chlorofluorocarbons has short form as CFC, which stands for carbon, chlorine and fluorine. So this is all about the global warming. Last slide in this lecture. In this slide we will be seeing concepts related to El Nino and La Nina. You might have heard these words in topics related to global warming. So what does this exactly mean? These are the Spanish words for boy child and girl child. El Nino means boy child and La Nina means girl child. So what are these concepts? El Nino, it is a warming of the Pacific Ocean between South America and the international dateline, centered directly on the equator and moves towards several degrees of latitude to either side of equator. So what exactly this means is warming of Pacific Ocean between South America and international dateline is called as El Nino. It is a warming effect. And La Nina means it originated when cooler than usual ocean temperatures occur on the equator between South America and the international dateline. So La Nina is a cooler temperatures than the usual ones between the region South America and the international dateline. So this is a cooling effect. It's called as La Nina. So actually these warming and cooling cycles are also called as ENSO cycles, that is El Nino Southern Oscillation Cycle. And what is the international dateline? Is an imaginary line of demarcation on the surface of Earth that runs from the North Pole to South Pole and demarcates the change of one calendar day to the next. You can just remember this definition if it helps you to in any other concept. So basically it is a demarcation of surface of Earth between North Pole and South Pole in such a way that it demarcates the change of one calendar day to the next. So this is all about these lectures. Thank you for watching. Currently, different governments are taking major steps to increase the forest cover in their respective countries. Another remedy they are doing about the global warming is they are using more of solar energy, wind energy, that is renewable sources of energy. So this will automatically decrease the pollution and it will help to reduce the rise in temperature. So all the governments are also trying to, through different organizations and different conferences, to make a certain kind of agreement. You might have heard about the Paris Agreement, which mandates, almost all the countries have signed that agreement, which mandates every country to decide their contribution in reducing the global warming. So in our next lecture we will be seeing those concepts related to Paris Agreement and other things. Thank you for watching this lecture. If you have any suggestions, please do put those in comment section. We will